most famous physical therapist on the internet.
Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together, we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Humble opinion. Today, we're going to talk about the number one best exercise for depression/anxiety.
Yeah, they interlock.
So we got the research on this, and we're ready to go. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, go to bobandbrad.com. Go to the giveaway section. We're always giving something away, and this actually fits with what we're talking about today. I'll mention it later. This is a stationary bike. What's nice about it, Brad just showed how easy it moves. You can roll it, but as soon as you sit on it, it locks in place.
It's locked in now. Weight bearing locks the wheels.
And you can go different intensities, and it gives calories and
all that information.
Reps and all that, yeah. You can also go to Facebook. It'll be pinned to the top of the page, the contest that is, and go to Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok if you want a 60-second version of our program.
That's right. And now we have a podcast, and actually this is going to be a podcast
yes, it
as
is.
well.
You might be hearing us on a podcast. Okay, so let's get right to it, Brad. Really, when you think about depression, quite often people who are depressed, there's a lack of movement. They're within themselves, and they're just
You're talking about physically. They're
not moving. You can see from their posture that they're in this type of posture, and that means they're not moving. So really, the opposite is what we're heading for. We want to get movement of some form. We're going to talk about different forms of movement, why they might be helpful, but running and even sprinting, if you're still capable of sprinting, is good. So that would be high intensity interval training.
Yeah, get into that anaerobic zone where you really. Yeah, well, I got some more to say about this, but I'll let you carry on for a while.
Well, I'll just say right now, when you run, it's almost like when you run on a regular basis, like a steady basis, to me, it's almost like meditative. And so it's like meditation. It reduces food cravings, which is a different bonus too, but you get more serotonin, which is the good drug, and you also get some of the endorphins. Which
it helps get you in a good mood. I can definitely speak about now. If you're not a runner and you don't plan on running, we have options that will work just as well, and it's going to work better for you. But I was a runner. At one point in my life, I was depressed. I was going through a divorce, personal issues, financial issues, coming from every end. And I used to run.
It builds up on you.
And I used to run, and I always felt better when I ran. I used to run 2 times a day, and it was a wonderful.
Really, just helped.
It was a lot cheaper than going to see a therapist.
Right.
Literally, I mean, it worked.
And the thing is, with the endorphins, you get some carryover. Like they may last for an hour afterwards after you've been running. So you just feel better about yourself. Okay, the other one is biking. I mean, and like we just showed here, spin classes. The nice thing about spin classes is that you're in a group too. You're getting the social aspect.
Yep. And I did that as well. You can talk to the people next to you. You can joke around a little bit, forget about things before you get that heart rate up. And if you do try a spin class and you've never biked before, it's a little challenging at first.
Oh yeah,
there's a learning curve, so be patient with that.
Yeah, it's going to help with anxiety too. It's going to help burn that anxiety away. So next one is hiking in the woods. We've seen many studies on this. Nature is amazing how nature helps to heal the body,
calm things down. It gives you're looking at things. You got audible input from the birds and whatnot. You're watching where you're going. Make sure you know where you're going so you don't get lost, because that could cause some anxiety.
But it's funny, we saw studies where they compared hiking in the woods to like walking in the cities, and they're both good.
Yep.
But the hiking in the woods was obviously better. I mean, it was much less stressful and a lot more.
You don't have to worry about cars running you over.
Right. You don't have to think about anything. So next one was yoga, and one of the nice things about yoga is they really concentrate on breathing, and breathing plays a large role in controlling your anxiety and your depression. That vagus nerve they keep talking about, Brad. If you can control that, it's going to help control the rest how you feel.
That vagus nerve, there's a lot of studies going on in the
it.
last few years with the
Yes.
gut and everything else.
Yep. Tai Chi.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you really know what it is?
Well, Tai Chi, it's a martial arts form, but it's done very slowly. Work on your balance, your thinking about what you're doing, because some of the poses are very difficult.
Yeah.
But it gets your mind to relax and your body. I have not done it. I've watched it.
I same thing. I had a friend that did it every lunch hour.
Sure.
But it's nice to do it again in a group, because you're going to get that social aspect to it then.
Right. You don't really talk doing it.
No, you don't. But
before and afterwards,
when you're part of something,
right?
And right. Then we're going to talk about, most of us can do walking. So, all you need is a pair of comfortable walking shoes, and off you go. So, and again, you try to look for nature if you can. If you have a park nearby you or something.
And you'll probably want to walk a little faster. It's not a real casual walk where you're looking around. You want to get your heart rate up, probably.
Now, this one is, I think, somewhat of the trifecta, because, that means three bread. Because in this case, you're actually exercising high level.
Yep.
You're actually doing it with friends, and you're out in nature. So, like, I give it, golf is my trifecta.
Sure.
I'm walking, I'm with friends, I'm in nature.
And you're focusing on the game.
Yeah.
Thinking about.
Exactly. You're swearing about the game, and you're going, why am I so bad about this game? Why am I so
why
bad?
me?
Yeah, why me? Ultimate Frisbee. A really good one. You're sprinting, you're on a team. You can't think about anything else besides the game.
Exactly.
You're out
Bob.
in nature, and so hiking with friends, biking with friends. You're big on biking,
right? And I actually like to bike by myself, but I do like to bike like with one other person.
Sure.
I don't like biking in big groups because
you got to think too much. Then.
Yeah, you got to worry about the person in front of you, the person behind you. Traffic is a little bit different to negotiate. So I do one other person, but by myself is fine. I do want to mention I have a friend of mine. He's 59 years old, and he likes mountain biking.
Sure.
Because he says it forces you to get your mind. When you're road biking, your mind can travel, but when you're mountain biking, you have to. You got to watch the trail because you don't want to wipe out, etc. So, and it's aerobic. It does everything for him. He's very happy with it.
I would just be upset though, or depressed once I fall off and break something, because I would.
Yeah.
So
there's something you need to be good judgment.
So give these things a try. The worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to get in better shape, and,
right?
And you're going to feel better about things. So
I think anybody who does. When you're depressed and you increase your activity, you're going to go in the right direction.
Well, the other thing, Brad, if it's a sunny day and you go out, the sun's going to help.
Yeah.
I mean, people need the sun. Seasonal affective disorder, of course, my daughter has it, and she lived in Portland for a while, which was not
the cloudy area.
Not good.
Yeah.
It's hot there now.
I think even activities like just cleaning your house aggressively.
Right.
It's activity. Plus, when you're done, you have your finished product. You feel good about yourself because you did something good. You're active. It's another one of those.
Right. I agree.
Anti-depression.
You come over to my house and get antidepressed.
I've got plenty at my house.
All right.
Very
Thanks,
good.
everybody, for listening. And
good
watching.
luck, and I'm sure you'll feel better.